was at Intercal. It's on right at the end of Cork Street. There's cornfield across the street, but it's right at the end of Cork Street, across the street, across Sprinkle Road. It's on the river. See, I used to take the highway. There's a highway right there, 94 Business Loop, and I'd take that all the way to, because I only live 2 miles away. I live 2 miles away from my house, so I'd take the Business Loop. It'd take me less than, like 8 minutes to get there, and take the Business Loop, take River Street off of I-94, and it's I-94 or River Street, and where Cork Street dead ends. Cork Street dead ends into River Street. So right there, that worked. But I was a material handler. I loaded entire bleacher systems. The bleachers that you roll up to the wall and you roll out for. It's called spectator seating. Spectator seating. That's what Intercal makes there. Make wood seats. They don't make the seats, but they have wood seats, plastic seats, and steel seats. They make the steel seats, but the plastic seats and the wood seats, they farm out. And they started farming out a lot more, because we were making top of the line wage. I left there making $17 an hour, so $17 an hour, and all benefits paid. And the only time you paid anything is when you had to go to the dentist or the doctor or medical or optical. Then you paid a certain amount, but you only paid a certain amount. You didn't pay the premium. The company paid the premium, so you had a straight $17 an hour. Well, I was like the lowest paid, and material handler was like the lowest paid there, other than janitor. We only had one of those, and I think he made 16 something an hour, so it wasn't that much lower. But I made 17 there when I left, and plus they had a $6,000 profit sharing every year, so it's an additional check of $16,000 or of $6,000 to you. So it'd be $4,000 to $5,000 take home after taxes and the stuff you take out, and plus 401k and that take out if you want that taken out. You don't have to have it taken out though. You can have a straight check to you, and that's what most people did. Hell, I got $4,500 just to fuck around with, and plus my $17 an hour pay plus all my premiums are paid for optical, dental, and medical. So they didn't call me back. 'cause I started there at 2000, 2001, 2003, 2001, 2000. Okay, I started there in May of 2002, or 2000, right? Directly 2000, May 2000. That's my first hair transplant when I took a voluntary layoff. First hair transplant. $10,500 was what it cost me for my first hair transplant. I had from here to here, and from here to here. That's all transplanted hair. Okay, so that was the first time, 10,000. What they do is they do a dowel pattern on your bald spot with 3 different size needles, and after the doctor cuts out a strip from ear to ear, back there, right there to there, takes out a 1 1/8 inch strip of hair, and as he's cutting it out, I guess he cuts it into five small strips. So he takes them 5 small strips and gives them to the nurses, and while he's stapling you back up or sewing you back up, first time it was sewed back up, second time I had it done, it was stapled back up. So as he's sewing or stapling you, he's got 4 or 5 nurses splitting those hairs up into 1, 2, and 3 hair increments. Okay, now while they're doing that, he's poking sites. They call them sites. He's poking little tiny holes in a dowel pattern, because he's got you your local. It's a local anesthesia, local, and so he's poking the holes, and with the 3 different size hypodermic needles. Hypodermic needles has 3 different sizes. He's poking the holes for sites, and because it's taking little chunks of skin out so that you can plan on transplant your hair from what he took back there, right here. So that's what it is, and like I said, from here to here was slick bald. It was slick bald. From there to there, slick bald. And the first time they did 1,200 transplants. So the nurses, after they get done, what they do is they have like a watch thing. They put the hairs on. It's like a little piece of gauze. They put the hairs on, and then they have magnifying glasses. And what they do is they take tweezers and plant the hair. And you got 4 of them back here, so they're all coordinating each other. 4 of them, they're all going like that. Okay, then they put gauze on, wrap it up, and put it like a shower cap on you. But I was able to drive there and drive back, no problem. And they give you some, like Tylenol with morphine, but I never took it because pain wasn't never bad enough to take anything. There wasn't that much pain. No big deal. More of a pain to be bald-headed. it's more of a pain to be bald-headed than that pain. And it takes about 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours. So first what you do is lay on their bench. They got a bench where you lay on, and they take that strip out. He staples you up, and then you walk over here and set up in a chair. Setting up in a chair, so they're all back here planting. After he makes all the sites, after the doctor makes all the sites with the 3 different syringes, makes all the sites, then when the nurses are done separating the hairs, they come and plant them in all those sites. And the doctor also plants them. So you got all those people back there planting hair, and it takes about 8 to 9 hours anyway, still. It only takes about 10 minutes to get the strip out and staple it up, or to sew you up. So that's my hair transplant. And that was, I was talking about 1980, wasn't I? 1980 to 1990, I'm already in the 2000. So I skipped. Oh well. Okay, so that was my hair transplant. 1980. Okay, so I talked about 1980s. Now I'm talking about 1880s. Yeah, now I'm 1980s to 1990s, ain't I? So that was in 2000. 2000 was the first time I had a hair transplant, and 2002 was the second time. And I was working at Intercal at the time, making $17 an hour and $6,000 profit sharing, so I could afford that. The second time it cost me $7,500 for the same amount, the same 1,200 transplants. And it took about the same amount of time, 8 to 9 hours. Plus I had to drive from Kalamazoo to Grand Rapids and Grand Rapids to Kalamazoo, which is like 60 miles, something like 60 miles one way. So it takes an hour and a half or so to get there, an hour and a half back. But let's see, I skipped 90 to 98. That was 80 to 90. That was 80 to 90. Okay, that was the. Let me stop this tape.